Right, hello, yes, and welcome to an unboxing from what we got from the second half, basically the last part of 2024. First, a bit of an apology. This is the first part, which is the Dice Fest stuff, isn't really a strict unboxing. Got a bit keen, unpacked it all, put it all in, and then realised, oh, hang on, I hadn't recorded that. But the Thanksgiving sale stuff, which over on the left, that is an unboxing. That's new. So I'm just going to quickly rattle through that Dice Fest stuff. Basically just to show you what was in it, and I think the frogs did a pretty good job themselves of doing a video of that. First up, what was new at Dice Fest? Well, there was the Legend of Curly Jones, the Ghost of Curly Jones. First time they've done this. It's a bit of an encounter. It's basically a bit of a narrative progression rather than just the challenges packs we've had in the past. It comes in one of those white boxes. If you've seen them before, you know the usual white box from Fried Frog, from Flying Frog. What's inside it? Well, we have slightly primered the Ghost of Curly Jones himself. Putting that a bit closer if it'll focus on it. There you go. And you can see he is basically a sort of old west prospector miner type. Probably to be painted. His head's rolling around there. To be painted as a ghost. Inside that, along with the model itself, you get the usual sort of things you'd expect. So you've got the enemy card, brutal and normal brutal. There you go. Haven't looked at it yet, haven't fought him yet, so I'm going to keep myself in the dark on that. I guess the thing that is really the different sort of thing in it is the encounter cards. So here you go, they're badged specifically for the Ghost of Curly Jones, a bit like some of the encounter ones for adventures, but these are actually on the back of those. And you see they're numbered, and there's basically a narrative progression that you go through. Again, haven't played it yet, but you can see that you go to 1 and then 2, and 3A, 3B, and it could go either way. Also, cards that come with it are basically the threat cards, and are basically the low and the medium, there they are confrontations in much the same way as the Flesh Stalker and Undead Gunslinger, and the sort of high and epics are straight out for Curly and some friends. Also, in the card pack for that, there is a bottle of Curly's Finest to go to your Mind's Artifacts deck. As well as the rule sheet for all of that. So that was Curly. The other thing that was in the Dice Fest was the goodie box. Inside that goodie box, there was, here we go, a veteran explorer. And you have the base that come on, and there's their sword to be attached. As I say, in the process of priming these, I don't know why I'm turning the base upside down, but yeah, I mean, in the process of priming these, and then they will be painted up for use by some of our conquistadors. Also in there was the Jade Tiger Saloon Fortune and Glory magnet, or fridge perhaps. There was a map tile, as it tends to be nowadays in these boxes. Yeah, it came in a white box, by the way. Yeah, standard Flying Frog white box. So on the one side there's Garno, on the other side it's Spanish Fort. There are some specific encounters for it, both the Spanish Fort and Garno. So yeah, you can basically integrate it into your normal conquistador set, or if you do like I do, just the Gigano gets mixed in with the Valley of Death ones. Other cards that were in the Dice Fest box was the Juan Delgado's Gigano artifact set. So there's 3 of those. There you go, Gigano artifacts. A telescope, a map, and a journal. Again, going into your Gigano artifact deck. There was also, here we go, a prospector's hat to go in your normal gear deck. There you go, it's like 4 upgrade slots, don't see many of that number. And Curly's pickaxe, which obviously ties in with the Curly Jones that came released at the same time. So there you go, Curly's pickaxe plus 1 combat. Pickaxe from the mine artifact decks. In addition, there was the one-shot stuff. I did a video on this. Basically, that is a deck of cards plus some of the larger sort of larger enemy sheet style cards or character cards. Showing them basically face-up size here, but I'm trying to find them. But yeah, basically what they are special loot decks. There you go, with special loot decks with basically upped sort of rewards somewhat in those. Scavenge decks, again, a bespoke sort of scavenge deck. Different cards in there, slightly up rewards. But the point is for these one-shots is that you remember you're playing a game only once, you're not in campaign mode, and basically they'll give you slightly more rewards, but they'll also give you a way to spend it. There's a series of cards, I'll get out actually in a moment, that show you how you can do that during the game. There's also these upgrades, which are basically based off those upgrade cards, which I'll show. They you can buy these, and they are equipped to your heroes as they're separated by set. So there's the soon to be coming out pulp stuff of Hailtrain, Camantet, Varox, Momentary Pulse. What was the other side of Varox? Varox and wow, complete blank thing. Huh. Then you've got Spanish, Viking, Pin Fortress, and the new symbol for the mines. You also get a few of these cards, which are again some of the things you could buy. They're double-sided on either side, and they are basically again things you can buy with those cards, which I'm just going to go and get now. So excuse the continuity skip. Okay, so back with the larger cards I put away. So the first one is the actual rules for how to use the card set. Again, if you watch the other video, I talked through it. And this is also saying it's the 24 version. They may do future ones, as they're saying they don't know yet if they're going to. So that was that. And then each of the sort of Earth worlds has one of these. So we just walk through them all. Okay, so there you go. That's them all. They all have basic access to buying upgrades in the middle of an adventure, access to some specific abilities for that one, and then on the back they've all got buying some of the town stuff. You can just buy it mid-adventure for Darkstone. Again, because if you're not playing a campaign, Darkstone and Cash was pretty pointless, really. Having done that one playthrough with it, I can't say it made a huge difference, to be honest. But like all things in Shadows of Brimstone, that could just have been the way the random dice fell out on that run. So anyway, that was a very quick whistle through what's new with Dice Fest, because I say apologies, I'd opened that up. The two promos we got from that were two for the Northlands, Salvage things, and a Brawl of the Hellbear, Darkness cards. So right, onto an actual genuine unboxing, which is what do we get from Thanksgiving. So first things, I say as a reach over here, are a few things that aren't actually new in terms of, they're new to me, which I'll talk through in a minute as to why I've got them. So the first is Venomstrike Ballista. Here you go, Venomstrike Ballista. Came out in the Adventures Kickstarter. This isn't in a box, it just comes as is like this. So you've got the sprue. I'll just get into that. Come on, open up the plastic. Should have used the scissors I've got right next to me. There we go. There we go, there's your sprue. And what it has on it is basically both the sort of ballista itself, and it also has these sort of two serpent men who are manning it. We also, this one, I've made one of these before. I've got a second one. The reason for that is because the card, I'll show you in a moment in there, there's potential for a threat which has two of them, so you need two of the models. What I will also say about this one, this was, of the Adventures, probably the fiddliest model, I would say, to put together, because of the, basically this sort of rope torsioning parts of it. Trying to, they line with the sort of four arms of the ballista, trying to hold them all in place at the same time, at the right time, and get them glued was a little bit of a pain. I'm not going to lie, a little bit of pain, but it worked. We go, you know, it's not they didn't fit; they were just a little bit fiddly. Yeah, and again, it comes on an extra large base, which I'll probably be just a bit annoying and probably chucking on the bin, because anyone who's watched our videos knows I prefer to use the transparent bases so we can actually see all that glorious artwork underneath. Yeah, I understand why the Flying Frog team do not supply them as standard. They supply them a lot more basic, sort of black stippled ones. Right, inside the plastic bag comes with is basically the enemy sheet for it. Obviously, this is my second, so I'm not particularly interested in that. It'll go in the folder. There you go. There is the information on the ballista. and the assembly guide, and hope you can see there, it's that step. It's trying to put all that in at once. It's a little bit of a pain. So there's information on them. And then you've got the cards. So we'll just quickly open these up, show them. So there you go, you got the sort of Gigano threat, or the Ballista, to put added to your Gigano threat deck. And then you've got, I think that's just one, is a low, one, plus a low threat, which is your medium threat. The high threat is one, plus a medium threat. And your elite, there's 2 versions. See, and there you go, that's why we've got it. Look at that one there. 2 Venomstrike Ballistas. And something else as well. So now I can actually legitimately do that threat once I've got it all painted up and ready to go, I suppose. So that was Venomstrike Ballistas. Not new, but they were sort of new for me, and I'm explaining why I've got them. Equally, not new for me, exactly the same way around, is Takobake cannon. Exactly the same reason. This one came out in Forbidden Fortress, so if you have the Forbidden Fortress Kickstarter, you have this. But again, as there was with the, there you go, show you the back. I'll open it all up. There you go, that's what you're going to get in it. What it's not showing you is there is a threat card that requires multiple cannons. So let's get in and have a look. So we have, if you've watched the videos, we have faced Venomstrikes. They were not too bad. I haven't faced these yet. We haven't played much Forbidden Fortress, I must admit. We played Mines a lot, did some Forbidden Fortress, had a bit of a hiatus because of the pandemic, and then went into adventures. So we haven't really played that much of Fortress. Again, here you go. They're actually in a little like this strike in one of these new boxes with the stiffeners on the side. There's your sprue. There's your info. Oh, we got some tokens. That's in that. Is that it? That's it. Nothing else in there. So yeah, there's your threat card, brutal side, and normal side. So yeah, we'll have to put that in the folder with the other ones. Put those aside for a moment. Here is your information sheet on it. You can see it's probably got special firing arcs and cannonball stuff when it finally appears. Yeah, so there you go. That's the information on the Takobake cannon. I do remember this is this very sort of long sprue. Scissors this time. Again, there's your base. Into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Yeah, as I say, there you go. There is a sprue. So again, similarly to the Venomstrike, it has 2 sort of Takobake to man it, and then the actual cannon itself. This was a much simpler model, as you can probably see. It's a very simple model to put together, the Takobake cannon. A couple of tokens for cannonballs, one assumes, and then the threat cards. So open them up. Yeah, more, that's the basic rules consolidated on a card for the cannon. 1 cannon is a low threat. Cannon plus low threat for medium. Cannon plus medium for high. And some Takobake. Actually, we Takobake Spearman. Yeah, we do have Takobake Spearman, so that's okay. But there you go. There is one Takobake cannon and 2 threat cards. Not too worried about that one for this purpose. But bam, there you go. A siege battery, 2 Takobake cannons, which is why you need 2 models if you want to do that threat. You could argue that's a cynical attempt by the frogs to make people like me who are completionists buy a ring, but that's okay. I don't mind. Right, in a similar vein, this is a bit of a drum roll because this is new-ish. Lost Army Hell Cannon came out in the original Kickstarter, and it's taken 10 or more years for it to finally come to retail. I did personally manage to pick one up on eBay. I was very grateful for that very early on, so I didn't pay through the nose for it. These things were ridiculously expensive if you wanted to get them second hand until basically Thanksgiving, but they put them out. And so yeah, here is Lost Army Hell Cannon. This is the first time in a retail box. When you got them in the adventures, they were just loose in the boxes like some of those were. And we start talking about, the back of it, we've been talking about how it's one of Santa Anna's and the Lost Army ones. Right, what we will do then is get into this and we'll see what's actually inside. It's going to be a bit new to me because obviously I've never had a retail box one of these. Mine came second hand. I don't think it was missing anything as far as I could tell, but you'll never know. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice there's another one of these stacked up on the left. Why have I bought two? Well, we're going to come and see that in a moment. There we go. They're in. There we go. What all the stuff. There we go. Box finished. More cannonballs. Same tokens. 5 of them now rather than 2, which is ominous, I suppose. Cards will go into a minute. Lost. There you go. There is the Lost Army Hell Cannon. Yeah, so the enemy sheet. Not sure why this one's in a plastic bag, but it is. I don't need to open that. You can see through it. It's transparent. Rules. Again, how's it fire a cannon? Looks very similar to the Takobake, I must admit. Again, never actually fought one of these. Never fought one of these. So we'll have to see how we do and go when we fire it. There we go. And I'd say I couldn't remember, but not surprisingly, its model is very similar to the Takobake. It's long sort of sprue here. Get into it. There we go. There goes the base. Yeah, long sprue with 2 Lost Army soldiers and all the bits for the cannon itself. There you go, so you've seen that on all sides. So that's that, and the cards, which will explain why I have bought 2 of these when I already owned one. And it wasn't just to get the $100 for the promos. So there you go, Lost Army Cannonball rules. Much like Takobake looks like. Here's your threat cards. Oh, look, a Hell Cannon. Oh, look, a Hell Cannon. Oh, look, 2 Hell Cannons. Oh, look, a Hell Cannon and 3 Lost Army. Obviously, you have to have a Lost Army mission pack. So have that. A Hell Cannon and Paradise Lost Army. A Hell Cannon and 2 Paradise. Hell Cannon and 2 threat cards. Hell Cannon and 2 threat cards. And then last, look at that. There you go. A thunder of cannons. 3 Hellfire cannons. Well, how do you do that? You need to have 3 models. That's why we bought an extra couple. That does, I must admit, sound a little scary. So there you go, there is my second. But what else came out at Thanksgiving? Not just that finally came to retail. We did have an enemy box. Something new. There we go. It is the Warden MkIII Gladiator. Flip it over, there's its back. Look at that. Let's get into this. And yeah, we've already have the Warden MkIIs, which are large figures. We fought those. They were fun. I don't think people have seen those yet. We've got to that mission in our videos. They were a bit of fun. This is free because, as the frog have been saying, as the numbers go down, the models go up. You can only shudder to think about how big the Mark 1 or even Mark 0 is. Let's get this one out. So yeah, this is an XL size model. Oh yeah, starts with a whole bunch of tokens. Ones we've already got. I don't think there's anything new there. Ensnared, shaking, bleeding, energy shield. Yeah, those are all ones we have from other things by now. There's the cards, there's the sprue, and again in a plastic bag, here is your Warden MkIII Gladiator enemy card. Again, I'm not looking at it because I like to surprise myself when I first buy these. What I can say, it is fairly obvious from the model, and I assume the text was freeze framing there to look. Is this seems to be a melee combatant. Like XL melee cards. It's going to be pushing people around all over the place to fight it. I do know, because the frog said, that when we come to it, we'll have a little bit of an interesting thing in the threat cards about how this thing might manifest. So there we go, there's the sprue, and flip it around and over. There you go. Lots of pieces on this one. I'm just going to count how many we've got. I can see 23. Don't know if that's the last number. That's going to be bit of a fun job to put together. Like all XLs, I will probably put together a video of putting this together once it's all filed, you know, clipped out and filed down. Quite a stack of cards this for a one, but I guess that's because an XL, so they want to show it off in a few places. I say that straight away because you can see on the back one of the threat cards is derelict ship. So talking about energy shields, again, new with the Wardens and I guess the junk bot in sort of Gencon time. Ensnared, that was in Fofo. How you can be ensnared. Bleeding's been around forever. And you know, have low hit points. And Shaken. I'm trying to think when Shaken came out. Was it Forest of the Dead? Not sure. But anyway, those are the rules. Enemies. You've got one as an epic. One as an look at that. Look at that. I've been suckered again. Look at that. There's a threat card that is 2. Guess I'm going to be buying another one then. These are then the enemy threats, and they appear to mostly be Blasted Waste, which is where it native to, I guess. But we could also get one in the derelict ship. So there you go. That is the. I should say there's your rules. Don't think I'd shown that. There is your rules for it. The very complicated thing that I'm going to have to do in a moment. So yeah, that is your Warden. I'm going to look forward to fighting that as an XL when our team go to Blasted Waste at some point. With those watching along, that is, I don't think we've gone there yet. He says he thinks. Don't think we have yet. But right, one last thing that came out of all the Thanksgiving stuff is going over here. Is the very first issue of the Darkstone. Bring it there, but actually on the camera in the proper place. Is the Darkstone Magazine. I haven't looked at this yet. It comes in this in the plastic wallet to keep it safe. I must admit, mine did not survive transit because I don't know if you can see as I turn it out, try and get it in the right place. You can see there you go, plastic basically burst there. Also, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was the cards, but also this rip on that. A little disappointing, but I don't think it's damaged any of it, so I'm not too worried about it. You can see also you get a card pack in it, and I believe this is a poster or 2 on the back. So let's actually open up, get into it. So, I mean, I must say, in my hands, it is quite heavy. It's quite a heavy magazine. One of the things they were saying on their live stream about this was, you know, they like the feel of, you know, when you White Dwarf, the games works or whatever. I must admit, this feels heavier than any White Dwarf has ever felt in my hands. But then again, I haven't really picked any up in the last sort of 2 decades, so how would I know, I suppose. That's annoying. There's some kind of, what's on there? Is it some kind of glue? Yeah, some kind of glue on the front of it, on the side, and there's a crack on the. You can see, yeah, so I'm just peeling these off. There's like a glue that was stuck there and a bit of cracking on the paper on the front of it. So yeah, mine hasn't quite survived packing in transit and bent as well in the corners. Never mind, these things happen. I'm not going to kick off and complain about it. I'm sure it's going to be perfectly readable. There's no sense of any water damage or anything, so I'll read it and I will love it all the same anyway. So what have we got in terms of the poster? I'm just going to open it up. I think it's double-sided as far as I can see. And it's quite big actually. Where is it? What's going on? Yeah, there we go. Wow, look at that. Open that up. That is MkIII. I'm not sure you even fit it all on the camera at once, but there you go. That's the poster of MkIII. And then on the other side is the Viking artwork from Adventures Gates of Valhalla. So I'm not sure where I'll put that in the house. We have a poster, double-sided poster now. We have a pack of cards which go with it, and again ripped. So I don't know what's going on with the packing of that plastic. Weird. We'll take them out. Oh, okay. So I presume this is something that's going to be related to stuff that's in there. A bit of a Northland artifact. We have Void Tooth Warband trait. What? Okay, something to do with your Serpentmen. Much like they have their tribes, you can make them apparently void to warbands. Black Fang Werewolves trait. Is that another Black Fang Werewolf trait? Yeah. Oh, useful with Black Fang tribe and Feral Wolfkin. Oh, is it so some Black Fang that are werewolves? Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Have I just got these out of order? Yeah, I got you. Because something they were talking about on their stream was these are all, you can see they say prep deck recipes, and then you look on the other side, they're lists of enemies to put together as a particular threat deck, and that one is your Void plus Serpent one, so it's got the Void 2 trait card. This is your Black Fang and Feral, so you've got the trait card for that, and that appears to be a undead threat recipe deck. Again, there's what's happened there. Yeah, I don't know what's gone on. This one's, I don't know if you can see it. Might not be easy to see on a camera. Just shine the light on it. Can you see? It's just, there you go, you can see it maybe as I pass it through. It's ever so slightly been cut by something, and there's like a pinhole through it, through the card. I guess, I don't know, bit in fact, is this one as well? Yeah, this card has it as well. What was bad? But something has punctured through that there. It's gone right through this card. It's where, I don't know, you can see just where the G is, just above my thumb. It's punctured right through that into this one. Not the end of the world. I'll put them in sleeves, and they are, you know, they're not like they're shuffled into decks. They're unique cards, but it's a little disappointing. I don't know what has gone on there, but the actual order cards seem fine. Let's have a look at the magazine. It says issue number 1. I think this is the. I was going to say, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Hell Train Heroes. Yeah, let's have a look. Open up. There you go. Here's all your contributors. Oops, sorry, I'm a bit high up because I'm reading it. There you go, those are contributors from the editor, Catherine, apparently. There you go, there's your contents. I don't know if you saw that on the stream. There we go, what do we got? We've got, so number 10 is all about warbands that we've just seen, page 18. Oh no, it's need a hero, look close at the cowboy. Okay, so it looks like they're going to go through each hero, doing a bit of an introspection on them. Then those, and then what's next? Design perspective, beam different decks, yeah. Behind the brush, Aaron Lovejoy, talking about painting. Blasted Wastes, thrilling adventures await you in this daily and other ways, yeah. I think this is the year of the Blasted Wastes or something. So there's that. Adventure report following the frogs as they search for the farmer's son. Are they doing an actual walkthrough of one of theirs? Journey into Darkness, a story, a brief history of Dice Fest, how that came about, okay. Art preview, cursed teams of Common Set, so there's more Common Set artwork. Fortune and Glory, there you go, watch like in Fortune and Glory, one of their other games. All their games are, of course, connected, so some of the Fortune and Glory characters turn up in the Common Set Kickstarter. Oh, I literally just said that, and they got the Connections Drifter, so how the Drifter is in all of their games. And then A Touch of Evil, another one of their games. The Dark Altar, don't know about that. Oh, that's the resin piece. Fringe Dispatch, inspirational work from fans. Okay, and then some Q&A. All right, so this is the fall 2024, so we don't know exactly how many we're frequently. We know it's going to be at least sort of seasonal, hopefully. Just giving you a quick flick through. I must say, I do like the feel of it. I do like the quality of this. This is quite a decent quality. Paper, and it's quite smooth and flashy, and it is a decent cardstock, so that's nice. I'll be reading this properly later. Oh, that's some commented art. Anyway, there we go. That's the magazine. Quite happy with that. I'm going to be buying that every fall. I haven't even read it yet. I'm happy with it. There you go. That's sucker I am. And there you go. That was my purchases at the tail end of the year. They've arrived just in time for Christmas over here. All the new stuff that came out during Thanksgiving and their sale. Yeah, apologies for not doing a proper unboxing of Dice Fest. Got a bit keen, to be honest. Just got a bit keen. And there we go. apologies, slight continuity skip, as I realised I wasn't quite done. What I also missed on was the promos you could get from spending over $100 in the Thanksgiving sale. So, the first one was this one, a steel lockbox with basically a random dice of stuff. What could be good, could be bad. Goes into your gear deck. And then this one, which is a vampiric hunter, which is interesting because it's another way to potentially get a KO'd a bitten marker. There's not that many. It's basically get bitten by feral vampires. But if you want a vampire hero, that's another way to sort of potentially, right? And of course, the other thing is that most of the Thanksgiving stuff, when they do those, it comes with a signed card. In the past, I've had gear cards. This time, I now have a signed Scourge Rat and Ratness deck for my medium threats. So yeah, just realised I saw them and oh yeah, I haven't showed you those. So yeah, the last couple of things there from the Thanksgiving sale.